Hey, I want to share with you a story I just read, and it just had a really good impact on myself and thought it would encourage you as well. Actually, I was having one of those days today where I just felt blah. I felt uninspired, not motivated, and I'm just going through the motions of doing what I feel is the right thing to do. I did a workout, I journaled, I had my devotional, I came home, I decided to go for a walk and listen to some worship music and still just not feeling inspired. But I decided I was just going to sit down and read some scripture. And I came across Matthew 14. And here's the story I want to tell you. It was where Jesus is out in a remote area with his disciples, and there's a huge crowd, and they're all joined together in this community. They're feeling connected, having a great time, listening to Jesus talk and tell stories and share parables. And then all of a sudden, the disciples realize it's getting late. We have nothing to feed these people, and they can't make it back to their villages with nothing. So they present the problem to Jesus, and Jesus says, "You go and get what you can find and bring it to me." So they come back to Jesus with a few loaves of bread and some fish. And they're like, "It's not enough." And Jesus just starts giving it to them, breaking the loaves, and he says, "Start passing it out to the people." And you know what? The disciples didn't want to do it. They were like, it's not enough. We don't have an abundance for all these people. But Jesus says, "Obey me." So they go out and they just start acting out what God said to do. And as they did that, guess what? All the crowd, all the people were blessed. They were blessed by the disciples' obedience to Christ. Now, God could have just, worked through Jesus, and Jesus could have just, snapped his finger and put a bunch of food out there and a really good spread. But instead, he wanted the disciples to see, with me and my word, you are enough. Do you ever feel like you're not enough and you don't have the abundance of what it takes to follow Christ and work his miracles? Do you know what? We are enough when we obey God. We are enough. We are a part of that miracles that can happen. And I just want to encourage you today to follow Christ, whether you feel inspired or enough, because he is enough.